Thank you, Nima. Here's your Alberta Daily Update. A new hunger count report was released by Food Banks Canada, saying that Albertans accessing food banks more than doubled the national rate compared to pre-pandemic levels. Just under 157,000 Albertans accessed a food bank in March of this year, a 34% increase compared to last year.
The results specific to Alberta are startling. Food bank use here was the highest in the country, a 34% increase in food bank access year over year. And perhaps most troubling was that 45% of users were children.
MLA Marie Renaud also says Alberta has the lowest wage growth in the country and that many who access the food bank had jobs. The NDP is calling on the UCP government to take steps to help families make ends meet. A judge has found the Alberta government decision in February to block school boards from imposing their own mask mandates was improper and unreasonable. The case was filed by Alberta Federation of Labour and the parents of a group of children who were at heightened risk of severe outcomes from contracting COVID-19. They argued that Alberta's Chief Medical Officer of Health's decision to rescind a masking order in Alberta schools was not her own, but was made by Jason Kenney's government. The Court of King's Bench judge also says Education Minister Adriana Lagrange overstepped her authority when she ordered school boards could not impose their own mask mandates. The Alberta government says at this point, people in the province aren't as keen this year to roll up their sleeves for a flu shot. Alberta Health says the uptake for the influenza vaccine so far this season is lower than in previous years. In the first week of the influenza campaign, which launched on Monday, about 299,000 doses of the flu vaccine were administered. But Alberta Health says it anticipates the vaccination rate will increase over the next few weeks as temperatures begin to fall. Political reporter Tyler Dawson says Premier Smith should win the seat she's running for in Brooks Medicine Hat next month, but she's going up against a pretty big name. The former mayor of Brooks, Barry Morishita, who is the leader of the Alberta Party, is also running for that seat.
This is probably a relatively safe spot for Danielle Smith to be running, certainly compared to the other option that was before her, which is the riding of Calgary Elbow. But she's running against someone who's pretty well known in the area. And she's running, and Barry Morishita, of course, the Alberta Party, is not a super left-wing party, running to the left of Danielle Smith, certainly, and the UCP, certainly, but not a New Democrat. So do I think Danielle Smith's going to lose? No, I don't. I think she'll probably take her seat in the legislature. But it does suggest that this is not necessarily going to be a cakewalk for her.
The by-election for the riding is slated for November the 8th. Premier Danielle Smith is splitting the responsibilities for provincial parks between two cabinet ministries, and an environmental group is not happy about it. The Canadian Parks and Wilderness Society says Alberta Environment will manage protected areas, which is only 5% of the land that it used to manage. The rest will be the responsibility of the Ministry of Forestry, Parks and Tourism. The society says the new structure could mean that parks intended to provide environmental protection will be managed for tourism or even industrial activities. National Geographic has listed Alberta as one of the world's top tourist destinations. The magazine released their 25 must-see destinations in 2023, and Alberta was selected in the category of community, listed among the top 5 spots. The province is also recognized for its breathtaking beauty of the Rocky Mountains and prairie vistas, as well as its 5 national parks. The Nature Conservancy of Canada has announced a $6.9 million campaign to save a distinctive landscape near Waterton Lakes National Park in southern Alberta. The 1,600-hectare property about 80 kilometers southwest of Lethbridge features grasslands, wetlands, creeks, mixed forests, and includes 27 wildlife species of provincial or national significance, including grizzly bears, a type of bird called bobolinks, and little brown bats. And here's a cute story. A Winnipeg woman whose pet cat went missing on a camping trip to Kananaskis country in Alberta this past summer says she's thrilled that the cat came back nearly 2 months later. Jody Hudley, her 10-year-old son, and their cat Gustav camped at the Spray Lakes West campground in late August. The cat escaped his harness and ran into the wilderness, but with the help of trail cameras and traps set up by some locals, the cat was found 54 days later and was reunited with the family. And that is your Alberta Daily Update. Nima, back to you.